Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ayo. I make videos on family, lifestyle, motivation and travel. So today's video is titled 7 Things Successful People Do Differently. That all came about because if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that I said I was going back to full-time work. Wasn't working full-time the past couple of months, just after the wedding and everything, but because I moved from London, so now that I'm found my feet where we are currently based and stuff, so I've gone back to full-time work, and obviously I'm trying to be successful in my full-time job, and I'm also trying to be successful in business, successful in life and all that jazz. So I started to really look deeply into what successful people do differently. What are the things that the person who inspires me, what are the things that they do? What do they do differently from the things that I'm doing now? Why are they successful in their field? So it's not really about comparing yourself to other people, but it's seeing successful people and seeing what they're doing differently in their everyday life and how you can then take that and tailor it to be successful in your life. My dad always says to me, success leaves tracks. So it's not always about you reinventing the wheel and coming up with this brand new strategy yourself. There are people out there who have done things. There are people out there who are just extremely successful, and they have made their everyday routine and tasks, they've made it public for you to basically know. So you just have to go out there, research it and learn and tailor what they've told you to your life. And these are things that I've started to implement in my life from the beginning of the year, but in going back to work, I was just like, okay, let me put this video up, because everything that I'm about to list has basically it's in high gear now. Before it was, I was crawling along with it, but now with the shift and the change in my professional life, everything is now kicked up to the fullest. So grab your tea, grab your drink, anything you have, get a pen and paper, and let's get into this video. Number 1, strive for consistency. Successful people are so focused on meeting their objectives. This is why they have a consistent schedule. It allows them to keep the things that's important to them at the top of their list. So for example, when you look at the likes of people like Michael Hyatt, for example, he always says he exercises at the same time every single day. His routine in the morning is effectively the same every single morning. Same thing for the likes of Oprah as well. These people are highly successful because they are focused on being consistent. So come up with a consistent morning routine. That's one of the things I've decided to implement in 2019. So I have a set time when I wake up, especially Monday to Friday, set time when I wake up, and the same routine that I have in the morning is what I will do from a Monday to Friday. The weekends might go haywire, but my Monday to my Friday, consistent. Number 2, successful people set daily goals. I know a lot of us tend to do it. We have our to-do lists and everything, but sometimes the to-do list is so overwhelming because you've put everything you need to get done onto that list. No, successful people set specific daily goals. These are their top 5 or top 7 things that they know they need to get done. The goals are very clear and very concise, and that is how they become successful in their everyday life. Following on from point number 2, point 3 is that they take action. So we always have this list of things I want to do, these are my goals, but do you take actions? People who are successful, one thing that they do different from a lot of people is they take action. There is always a follow-up to their goals. Number 2 is they have their goals. Number 3 is they take actions. Those things work hand in hand. There is no point you having a goal and you're not taking action towards it. Okay, so you want to start a YouTube channel. I said I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I have. And it's not the easiest of things. It's not something I think I'm fantastic at. There are tons of people out there who are doing YouTube. But that was one of my goals for 2019, to be consistent. So I'm taking the action to film when I come back in the evenings after work, to film on a Saturday if I get the time to, just to take the action needed to propel me towards meeting that goal. Number 4 thing that I believe successful people do differently is they wake up early. I know nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear I'm waking up, especially in this UK. When it's winter and you're waking up at 5 and it's pitch black outside, that's not motivating me to go to the gym. I am sorry. It's freezing, it's cold, I'm not doing that. But successful people do that. They go to bed the same time every single evening, and they wake up the same time every single morning. And the thing about it is, a lot of people have said this in studies, when you wake up earlier than everybody else, you have an hour or two, depending on the time you wake up, there's an hour or two set time that there is less distractions, there's little to no distractions from people, and you get to focus and really get things done in those hours. And I have noticed in my life the times when I wake up early and a lot of people aren't awake, so my phone isn't buzzing, or I'm not replying messages or looking through emails and the world isn't awake yet, I get so much work done, so much so that I will look up, it's only 11 a.m. and I'm thinking, I'm done with my list, what am I supposed to do with the rest of my day? So things like that, wake up early. There is a quote, and it's right at the top of my goals for 2019. It says, early to bed, early to rise makes a woman healthy, wealthy, and wise. That is something I say to myself every single day. I sometimes miss the mark, you know, sleeping early, especially when you're just chilling, watching movies and just hanging out and stuff. But I try very hard, especially Monday to Friday, to go to bed at a set time and to wake up. Well, I don't have a choice but to wake up. I need to leave my house at 7:30. But definitely wake up early. I'm going to say that quote one more time and insert man where there's woman, but it's something I think everybody should remember. Early to bed and early to rise makes a woman healthy, wealthy, and wise. Number 5 thing that successful people really practice is positive self-talk. There is something about when you love on yourself. There's something about when you are positive to yourself. There's something about when you speak to yourself in a positive manner. You speak to the spirit that's inside of you in a positive manner, and you declare great things into your life. It peps you up. It makes you feel like you can conquer the world. I remember I went for an interview, and at this point in time, mine and my sister's interview or work song was Cardi B. That was like, you know, Bodak Yellow. I would go in the toilet of every interview I went to. I'd excuse myself just before the interview, go into the toilet, and I'll play it loud, I'll be singing it in the mirror. Yeah, but it hypes you up, it helps you, it puts you in this mood of, I can do what I have set out to do. Like the other day, I even think I got a ticket speeding on the M1. But I was in a good space and in good spirit because I was singing praise and worship. I was giving myself a pep talk, and I was in such a positive mood that day. I genuinely accomplished everything I set out to do that day. Like my to-do list, nothing left on there. It was great, it was amazing. So give yourself positive feedback, give yourself positive pep talks, and big up yourself, basically. Number 6 thing that successful people do differently is display a high level of emotional intelligence. People who are emotionally intelligent always look for ways to add values to those around them. They think progressively and always try and find solutions to problems. This helps them to inspire those around them to be successful as well. So I find that people who are successful don't always do it like a me type of situation. They always try very hard to make sure that the people who are in their circle, the people who are outside their circle, those who surround them are also people who are successful. They're people who are inspired by them to be successful. Finally, successful people nurture the right relationships. If you know me, you know this is something that I preach so often. You need to find the right tribe for you. Nothing will kill your vision faster. Nothing will kill your self-belief faster. Nothing will kill your ability to be successful faster than surrounding yourself with people who are not like-minded. Nothing will do that faster than surrounding yourself with people who just don't wish you the best. You need to make sure to be successful that you are in the right tribe. You are with people who will consistently speak life into you. You're with people who will tell you the truth in love, who will reprimand you in love. You're with people who will set you in the right path, people who will like your ideas, people who will support your business. Those are the kind of people successful people hang out with. Have you ever noticed Oprah has no broke friends? Bill Gates has no broke friends. I'm waiting to find one successful person that has a broke friend. It's not because they're saying, oh, you're too poor for me to know, you know, we're not going to be friends. No, it's because they have surrounded themselves with people who are intentionally making sure that they are succeeding in their fields and in their walk of life. So that's what you need to do. You need to nurture the right relationships. Those relationships that aren't serving you well can go. They can actually bounce. They can go. The other day I posted something on my Instagram. I'm trying to remember the actual quote. But it's that sometimes the people... I'm going to find it. I'm going to find that quote. I have to find that quote. It's on my Instagram. Where is it? Yes. Sometimes your circle decreases in size but increases in value. Let that sink in. It's okay to let people leave because not everything you lose is a loss. So learn to nurture the right relationships. So what we've been talking about is that successful people, they think differently, they act differently, they have similar traits and they have similar patterns. The truth is that being successful isn't something that's far-fetched. It's not something that's out there somewhere in the universe that you can't reach. No, all you need to do is key in to what successful people have already done. Key into the skills that they've developed. Key into the habits that they've developed. And use that in your life to be successful. Again, goes back to what I say my dad always says to me, success leaves tracks. I remember wanting to do events and wanting to come up with this new way of doing it. My dad would just look at me and be like, why are you suffering yourself? People have done it before you and they've done it exceptionally well. Learn from them. It is your goal to learn from those who have gone before you so you too can be successful. Learn from them. It sounds so simple, but a lot of people don't do it because a lot of people find it hard, but learn from them. So quick recap in terms of the 7 things that successful people do differently. Number 1, they strive for consistency. Number 2, they set daily goals. Number 3, they take action. Number 4, they wake up early. Number 5, they practice positive self-talk. Number 6, they display high levels of emotional intelligence. And number 7, they nurture the right relationships. It is good to remind yourself though that it's one thing to have all these things written down, all these points, and know how all the successful people do it and how they become rich, how they become prosperous, how they've made it to the top of their field. But the thing people have to remember is it takes consistent practice. You have to commit yourself to certain activities. You have to commit yourself to waking up early. You have to commit yourself to an hour of extra study or extra reading every day. You have to commit yourself to going to the gym if one of your success goals is to lose weight or to live a healthy life. Whatever it is that you have decided is going to be the thing you need to develop in order to be successful, you have to commit to it. Success is not an accident. People are not out here winning by accident. They're not. I posted that on my Instagram the other day as well because I feel like in the past couple of weeks I've been in this spirit of, okay, I want to be successful, I want to be successful, I want to be successful, but it's not an accident. I don't wake up one morning and be successful. I have to put in the groundwork. You grind in the background, you work in the background, and one day it might seem like it's overnight, like bam, it happens like that, but a lot of these people have been putting in the groundwork. And you have to do that. Success is not an accident. Success isn't something that you wake up and you think, bam, I'm going to waffle through life and I'm going to, you know, be mediocre and I'm going to, yeah, be subpar in the things that I do and be successful. You won't. You're just going to be like every other person who doesn't know their purpose and is just waffling along in life. So if you want to be successful, start doing these 7 things as a starting point. I'm not one guru that's saying these are the only things you're going to need to do. No, you need to develop that for yourself. But these 7 things are definitely a great starting block for you in order to be successful. Look into people who you admire, who are successful. Learn their routines, learn the things that they do. Read the books that they read if that's what you want to do. But do something and do it consistently. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to definitely subscribe. You don't want to miss a video. And again, if you have any ideas of videos that I can do or things that you'd like to see on my channel, please send me a message and let me know. And if you also want to collab, I'm all up for it. Let me know that too. And let's just, you know, get it rolling. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.